Good day, viewers. Welcome to our new episode of TIL Legal Tips that deals with insurance claims. Today with me, we have Mrs. Sushila Ram Varma, Advocate and CEO of the Indian Lawyer and Allied Services. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Harini.
So, ma'am, should we begin with our Q&A session today?
Yes, please. In fact, I think you've chosen a great topic.
Thank you, ma'am. So our first question will be, can you please explain a few common reasons as to why insurance claims get rejected?
Yes, Harini, there are n number of reasons as to why an insurance claim can be rejected. But some of the few common reasons could be that your insurance policy has lapsed, or that you have failed to pay the insurance premium, or that you have not divulged some information which had to be divulged in a correct fashion, or you've misrepresented or given false information. So it could also be because there has been a delay in giving the claim. And there are also other reasons, like for instance, in a medical insurance, there is something called a waiting period, in which if you have a pre-existing disease, the insurance company wants to wait for a particular period. And after that, they will entertain your claims. This could be 2 to 4 years. So if you have made a claim within the waiting period, they will reject it. And there are times when the nominee has not been named in the insurance policy, so it could get rejected even then. And probably the most important aspect of these rejections would be that you fall within the exclusion clause. Now, when I say exclusion clause, I mean those particular terms and conditions in which this insurance company has mentioned a particular event or an action or a particular accident or maybe an act which is an illegal action. If it falls within those particular incidents, then the policy will not be covered. It would be deemed to be covered under exclusions.
Ma'am, can you give us a few instances as to what can fall under exclusions clause?
Yes. I think one of the most common things, if we take a medical policy, would be like childbirth, pregnancy, abortion, then things like a dental treatment or a beauty treatment like a plastic surgery. When I say plastic surgery, I mean a cosmetic or beauty enhancement surgery, or it could be something to do with your eyes where you're having a cataract operation. All these things would come under exclusions.
Very well. So, ma'am, if what can be those circumstances in which insurance companies may have been compelled to pay the claims despite their rejecting it?
Yes, there has been a recent case in the Supreme Court. It's actually a 2000 case. It is Gurshindar Singh versus Sri Ram General Insurance Company, in which the insurance company rejected the insured's claim on the basis of delay. Now, when the Supreme Court examined the facts, the Supreme Court noticed that the minute the incident took place, Gurshindar Singh went and made a complaint and wanted the FIR to be registered. And the FIR was registered and the police investigation was underway. So after which he made the claim, and the court felt that no, there was no delay, since it was all part and parcel of the entire process that had to be followed for the claim.
So, ma'am, could you please explain to our viewers as to what can an insured do in order to avoid rejection of claims?
Well, I would say the most important thing that one should do when you're buying a policy is to be very clear about the terms and conditions that are there in the insurance policy. Now, I know this can be a little complex, and I know that it's all in very fine print, but take a little time and go through the policy. Ask your agent who is selling the policy to you to give you the terms and conditions. If he refuses, which is a very common thing, then go to the website of that particular insurance company, download the terms and conditions and go through it. And if you have any questions, raise it, clear your doubts, and only then buy the insurance policy. Apart from that, there are the other things that you have to make correct disclosures, you cannot misrepresent facts, and you will have to give the true and correct picture. Now, if you're taking a house insurance, you will have to name a particular house. In that house, the agent, the insurance company will have to send somebody to investigate what is there in the house before they give you the burglary and fire insurance, things like that.
Thank you, ma'am. So, as far as we have understood from this discussion, is that both the insured as well as the insurance company have to exhibit utmost good faith while purchasing as well as selling the insurance policy. So, ma'am, can you please elaborate a bit more as to what this principle of utmost good faith actually means?
Yes, this in Latin is known as ubrima fides, which means utmost good faith. This is a concept in insurance law which is practiced worldwide. What it casts upon us as either us as the insured or the insurance company is that both sides have to give the true and correct information when they are buying or selling a policy, and if they fail to do so, then a claim or even the insurance policy can be declared void.
Can you please provide us any instance for this particular principle?
Well, in one particular case, there is a 2000 case, Modern Insulators versus Oriental Insurance Company, in which the businessman, he had a setback. There was a fire in the premises where he was operating his brick kiln. The insurance company rejected his claim on the basis that it was a second-hand property. And he challenged it because he was never told that if it was a second-hand property, he could not get the insurance policy. The court upheld the claim and said that the insurance company could not reject such a policy because they had not told the insured that this would be the case. Had they told the insured, he would never have taken the policy.
So, ma'am, how do you want to conclude today's discussion on insurance claims?
I would say that buying insurance policies is not a cheap affair. I would advise that everyone should go through the terms and conditions and also see what are the policies that are available in the market, because it is not necessary that what one company is offering will be offered by another company. So make sure that before you spend your hard-earned money, you actually do a little bit of legwork and get the correct insurance policy. So if you have liked this video, I would request you to please like, share and subscribe to our channel so that we are encouraged to make many more such videos in the interest of the general public. Thank you and namaste.